The National Fire Academy in Emmitsburg, Maryland, is one of the premier fire academies in the world, and the only fire academy owned and operated by FEMA. The prestigious academy boasts long wait lists of applicants eager for the opportunity to attend. The 107-acre campus that houses the National Fire Academy is rich in history and was once known as St. Joseph's College for Women. However, St. Joseph's College closed its doors in 1973. And 1 year later, on October 29, 1974,
Academy was started in the mid-70s as part of the National Fire Prevention and Control Act. Congress developed a research document called America Burning, and during the outcome of that document, they recommended that there be a national training academy for the fire service to improve the overall professionalism of the fire service. And so that's how the National Fire Academy was founded.
It started out as a road show in the late 70s.
We're just headquartered downtown in the Department of Commerce.
But for 4 or 5 years was simply a number of courses on the road. We had a number of instructors with essentially a book of plane tickets and a bunch of courses in their pocket. And they would go around the country teaching. But in 1979, the federal government purchased the former St. Joseph's College for Women, this beautiful campus, and established the National Fire Academy, and our first classes opened in 1981.
the National Fire Academy has come a long way since its humble beginnings. Dedicated in 1979, the National Fire Academy offers on-campus courses that feature wet and dry lab assignments which provide lots of hands-on training for students. The National Fire Academy also offers off-campus courses as well as self-study courses covering 11 different curricula.
The National Fire Academy offers courses in leadership and management, including financial administration of a fire department. We have courses in command and control of incidents ranging from natural and man-made disasters to target hazards to literally disasters. We have specialty training in hazardous materials incidents and emergency medical services, special operations. And we also have a series of courses for arson investigators that leads from initial arson investigation through prosecution of the case in the courtroom.
The requirements to attend depend upon which class that you're interested in coming to. There are, in my particular area of the curriculum, I'm teaching the fire prevention as well as the investigation curriculum. If I go to the fire prevention technical side, one of our courses, Fire Inspection Principles, is designed for the beginning inspector, someone who has no time in the profession on prevention, or maybe only a year or two. On the other hand, the structures and systems class, that's for the more advanced inspector, someone who's had several years of actual experience, and they obviously have to document that on their application.
Each course has its own requirements. The National Fire Academy does not provide what we call career development. The National Fire Academy provides professional development. And the difference is this. If you are a fire investigator and you want to be a better one, we have a great course for you. If you want to learn, if you're a fire inspector and you want to learn more about systems instructors, we've got the best course in the country with the best instructors. But if you're a firefighter and you want to be a fire investigator, we're not going to do that basic training for you. Your organization needs to do that for you. So if someone is in the department and they want to change jobs, they need to go to their own department to do it, but we'll make them very, very much better at doing their jobs.
The National Fire Academy's mission is to provide training and education to primarily public employees, whether they be city, county, or state, in areas that are not practical to be covered by state and local training programs.
Courses are offered normally on a 2-week cycle, beginning on Monday and then graduating the subsequent Friday morning. However, we have some classes that run only a week in length, and the great majority of our students actually are touched in the field in 2-day classes, which are delivered to all of the 50 states around the nation.
A lot of people want to describe the National Fire Academy as the West Point for the fire service, and I'm very quick to point out that the military has 4 national academies. but the fire service only has one. I would describe the National Fire Academy as a unique experience in a person's career. We estimate that 1% of the American fire service ever gets to come here one time in their entire 25-year career. If you ask most firefighters, they have heard of the National Fire Academy, and many of them hope to come here one day. It's a culminating experience in a career.
Intra-agency training has afforded Mount Weather Assistant Fire Chief Dave Smith and Mount Weather Fire Inspectors John Adams, Ronnie Schutz, Patrick Stepler, and James Tinsman the opportunity to attend several classes at the National Fire Academy in Emmitsburg, Maryland.
We traditionally do most of our training in-house or have formal training come on-site. We decided to go over and above that, use our own facilities, our own capabilities within FEMA, and send selected firefighters to the National Fire Academy. And right now we're started with the inspectors program. However, we believe that we may expand that and end up sending all our firefighters at one time or another.
The Mount Weather Fire Department has made some tremendous advances in the past several years. I participated in the selection committee for the chief. One of the former United States Fire Administration's staffers, Steve Hill, is now down there in charge of it. And I can see and hear about the great things that the fire department is doing. And it's really nice to see somebody from our own family coming up. There's an old saying that nobody's a hero at home. And a lot of times people, because it's easy to them or they have access to something, they don't put a lot of value on it.
If you see inside, you can see that the clapper's in an open or trip position. It's mechanically locked in that position right now.
Attending the Fire Academy has benefited me in quite a few ways. Not only do you get to network with other inspectors and chiefs and things like that, also fire marshals from different states, some from different counties depending, but it gives you a greater appreciation for the job overall.
Being part of FEMA and knowing the Fire Academy was there, it was a matter of just looking on the internet and getting information about the inspection classes. I mean, they have multiple classes up there, but since inspections was something we do all the time here, I thought that was the best thing to go into first. And I also then found out it was one of the harder classes to get into. It was good training. It's something you just can't get anywhere else.
Some unique experiences that I've had at the Fire Academy is interacting with other department personnel, getting their input on how they handle situations, which allow you to relate to their experiences and so forth, not only the instructors but also all the students, and then interacting with them while we're there, participating in after-class activities as far as additional training, preparing presentations for class, studying for tests, and then extracurricular activities.
The Academy is a very social place, and that's their intent. Their intent is to get everybody from different areas of the country together to see how each other works, get different ideas, how things are done elsewhere.
There are a lot of ways to accomplish various tasks. We talked about shut off fuels, closed doors, closed dampers, anything that would interfere with the system operation. And FPA 12 doesn't care whether you do that with a fire alarm panel or whether you just do it with a pressure switch tied to the pipe, as long as it happens. Okay?
Inspection program, or just inspections, is kind of overwhelming. You got these several large books. Even when the ones we had here that are in paper, there's well over 24 volumes of codes, and you start looking, how am I supposed to know all these codes? And especially knowing to be able to do this class and be able to take a test and exam at the end of 2 weeks. And then you start listening to the instructor, and he's just rattling off not only the codes I'm supposed to know, but several other varieties that are out in the world. He knows them off the top of his head. And most of the instructors that get there have been inspectors for years, or state fire marshals. I mean, these people have years of experience. And so it's a little overwhelming when you start looking at what it is that you're actually supposed to know. But as I said, the instructors look at the students and they take them in hand and you start working with them. It's not that big a deal. It's not as overwhelming as you think, and they get you through it.
Our instructors are recognized generally is the best in the business. Our instructors, many of our instructors are senior fire officers in their communities who teach here for us on their vacation time. But the thing that we hear from students over and over again that's very special about the National Fire Academy is what we call the Emmetsburg experience, because very smart people from around the nation get to interact with, rub elbows with, have meals with, and visit Gettysburg and Washington, D.C. with their counterparts from around the United States. And the synergy of bringing those people together is just remarkable.
They promote the idea of, as they call it, networking. And you're actually supposed to try and keep in touch with everybody that you've been in class with. And it does help. I mean, just knowing the instructors, I get assistance from them, even when we're not in class, and talking to other people, we help each other out. And it makes for what normally is a very small fire department to be a very large fire department, because you're now encompassing the entire United States. And in my classes, I've had everybody from Hawaii to Puerto Rico and all the way up to Maine.
Friendships are established here, and they will last career long. We've had people here 20 years ago who are still in touch with their colleagues that they met then.
In addition to its prestige, network opportunities, and comprehensive training program, the allure of the National Fire Academy is accentuated by the scenic charm of its campus, which features 100-plus-year-old buildings, including a chapel built in 1839. The amenities, which include on-campus dorm rooms and a 500-seat dining hall that displays an antique piano and state flags for all 50 states and the District of Columbia. Other amenities include an indoor pool, a gymnasium, a tennis court, a basketball court, a helipad, a firefighter gift shop, and of course, the renowned National Fallen Firefighters Memorial. Conceived as a tribute to America's fire service, the National Fallen Firefighters Memorial is one of this country's most beautiful memorials to courage and unselfish service. The memorial was constructed in 1981 on the Academy's campus. Congress officially designated the memorial in 1990. Dedicated on the 13th day of October 1990, to the memory of the members of the fire service who have made the ultimate sacrifice and responded to their last alarm. Engraved bricks line the walkway leading to the Memorial Plaza that is encircled by plaques listing the names of firefighters killed in service to their communities since 1981. The plaque for September 11th features the Twin Towers in the center and displays the names of 348 fallen firefighters. The Memorial Plaza is framed on two sides by a 6-foot stone wall that dates back more than 100 years. The highlight of the memorial is a sculpted bronze Maltese cross that rests atop a 7-foot stone cairn, denoting its importance as a landmark monument. Throughout the centuries, groups that provide aid in times of distress have adopted the Maltese cross as a symbol of valor. An eternal flame representing the spirit of the firefighter, past, present, and future, burns at the base of the cairn. Thousands of students attending classes at the National Fire Academy visit the memorial each year. When a firefighter dies in the line of duty, The flags over the memorial are flown at half-staff in honor of the fallen firefighters.
This is the National Fire Academy in the United States. It's the premier higher learning institution for the fire service, if not in the United States, maybe perhaps the world, because we have international students here all the time. In fact, we had a whole class of students from the Morton-on-Marsh Fire College in Great Britain.
On March 1st of 2003, FEMA and the National Fire Academy officially joined the ranks of the Department of Homeland Security. The National Fire Academy in Emmitsburg, Maryland, not only trains firefighters within FEMA and the United States, but all over the entire world. It is estimated that since 1975, more than 1,400,000 students have received training through a variety of course delivery methods provided by the National Fire Academy. The American public has greatly benefited from the training and education programs provided by the United States Fire Administration and the National Fire Academy. Countless lives have been saved and property losses prevented as a direct result of this training and education.
The ultimate goal of the Academy is to prepare state and local folks to make their community safer. If through our training they can make their community safer, they are at much less risk for all hazards. In the event that something bad does happen, a fire, a flood, a hurricane, or an earthquake, they're better prepared to deal with it. The ultimate goal is to save the United States government money on fire and disasters around the country, because it doesn't take too long for bad things to happen real fast when people make the wrong decisions. So ultimately, our first goal is to prevent it from happening. The second goal is when it happens, we want to make sure that our students are prepared to deal with it in the most effective manner so that it minimizes the damage to the communities.
For more information about the National Fire Academy, please call 301-447-1000 or log on to www.usfa.fema.gov/fire-service.